I have my college exams next week that will make or break me. But instead of studying to make my parents proud, I'm going to do the complete opposite. Try to get a world record in a video game that means nothing. You might be asking, what is the highest void level ever achieved by any human? Not with cheats. And I don't really know. I searched everywhere online and nothing. I even went to my college library for the first time and found nothing. So I made the goal of getting to level 1000. But before I could start making the 5 million spirit orbs, I needed to fix all my furnaces and factories. Because in the last video, I turned them all nuclear and they were just freeloading on my land. Once I had production up and running like the Sheen factories.
Is that the exit? What?
I placed a whole line of markets so I could scrape them for drones and boss spawners. With the few spawners that I got, I used them to spawn the bosses and fully max out my health and energy. And with the remaining spirit orbs, I used them to pump up my damage. But I ran into another problem. My factories were using every bit of resources I had. And if I wanted to get all my factories up and running again, I would need to increase my resources. So I found a nice empty place and started making a super boosted area. This little island I made has a double purpose though, because if I spawned bosses inside of it, I would get a bazillion fucking drops from them. Now that I had plenty of slime, I could set my sigil makers to make infinite boss spawners. And while I waited, I headed to the boombox and started farming droids, until I had enough where I became the side character to my own show. In that time, it created a few spawners. Not an insane amount, but it was something. I decided to test the void just to give me a baseline of how powerful I am. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for interrupting this gem of a video. We have an important announcement that requires your attention, so thank you for understanding. It has come to my attention that only 2% of people who watch my videos are subscribed, and you know what to do to make YouTube a better place. So if you like what you're watching, just go ahead and subscribe. And I got to level 43 before I realized I wasn't even close to one-shotting all the enemies. And if I can't even one-shot them on level 43, how am I even supposed to make it to level 1000? So I let the beats kill me, which took a lot longer than I expected. If I wanted to make my goal, I would need a lot more spirit orbs. And that means I need to spawn a lot more bosses. So I made an area just for making sigils. After a little AFKing, I had over 200 spawners, and I was going to push my Xbox to its limits. My Xbox barely survived, but on the bright side, I had over 1200 spirit orbs. I don't know if that's actually a bright side because I would have to use all these 1200 spirit orbs. After binge watching the Outdoor Boys, I went through most of my spirit orbs and got my damage up to 5000, which is hopefully enough to get me to level 1000 in the void. So I cleared out my inventory and got all the potions I would need, and then took the leap of faith. Because there's no saving and quitting once I'm in here. I would have to do this all in one shot. Once I got to level 500, there was no way I was making it to 1,000. And it wasn't because I was too weak, it was just the lag was, it was just actually insane. It would take me so long to get to 1,000 in. So I just called it quits and went back to the overworld. I could have got the world record if I had all the time in my hands, but I'm not waiting on lag because my Xbox is holding me back. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like because it is very appreciated and it would help me a lot. If you want to see what happened before this video took place, where I got every achievement in Forager, just click this video right here.